Hi, my dear students. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the session. Now, here, this is the third episode of this particular series where we are doing some interesting set of RCs. So, let's get started. It's a very interesting set, slightly lengthier one. Idea यही है कि आपको variety of types of RCs से aware करा दिया जाए so that you're absolutely comfortable in the exam. So, let's get started. My name is Juhi Narula. So I'll give you some time to read the passage. मतलब I'll step aside so that you can pause the screen and read it at your own pace, right? अगर आपको लगता है कि मैम बहुत quickly explain कर रही हैं तो आप अपना टाइम लीजिए, आराम से पूरा का पूरा पैराग्राफ पढ़िए, मैपिंग करिए, नोट्स बनाइए, and then you can play the video again, right? So there is no pressure that you have to complete in those 10, 20, 30 seconds which are there in between, right? चलिए. So the person who with inner conviction क्या होता है? Strong belief. Loathes stealing. Loathes मतलब hates stealing and assault may first find himself performing these acts with relative ease when commanded by authority. Behavior that is unthinkable in an individual who is acting of his own volition may be executed without hesitation when carried out under orders. An act carried out under command is psychologically of a profoundly different character देन स्पॉन्टेनियस एक्शन. तो डिस्कशन में ऑथर क्या बोलना चाह रहे हैं? आइडिया ये है कि कोई ऐसा एक्ट जो मैं एज अ पर्सनल फ्रंट में मेरी पर्सनल कॉन्शियस मुझे अलाउ नहीं करती या हेट करती हूँ मैं, दैट कैन बी अ वेरी हीनियस क्राइम, दैट कुड बी किलिंग, दैट कुड बी स्टीलिंग. So that as an individual I might not do, but when it comes as an order, then it is possible for the same human to execute that particular action because psychologically it is different, right? So that's what the paragraph is trying to convey. So keywords में आप लिख सकते हो कि intent और orders दोनों में there is a difference. So intent मेरा कई काम को लेकर करने का नहीं हो सकता, स्पेशली अगर हम कॉन्टेक्चुअली बात करें तो, बट इफ इट इज एन ऑर्डर आई माइट एग्जीक्यूट इट, राइट? चलिए अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. टेक योर टाइम, रीड इट नाइसली, मैप द आरसी. It's important to pay attention to the transition words, right? So little details which can really make a lot of difference. So just don't have this passive reading, have active reading, embrace the RC. That will give you improvement, right? So the important task from the standpoint मतलब viewpoint of a psychological study of obedience. तो अगर आप psychological study of obedience करते हैं तो what is the important task? The important task is to be able to take conceptions of authority and translate them into personal experience. मतलब आपने क्या किया? So what the person who has given you instruction, you get this understanding and then you try to execute it. And when you're executing, it's your personal experience, right? It's one thing to talk in abstract terms about the respective rights of individual and of authority. It's quite another to examine a moral choice. So one is abstract terms में हम discussion करेंगे what is the right of individual, what is the right of authority, and another thing is that what is the morality in the real situation. We all know about the philosophic problems of freedom and authority. So there are what are the problems? That there are a lot of viewpoints, lot of perspectives. But in every case where the problem is not merely academic, there is a real person who must obey or disobey authority, right? So all musing prior to this moment is a mere speculation. Speculation होता है कि आप अपना thought process perspective दे रहे हैं, and all acts of disobedience are characterized by such moments of decisive action. So morality is a different question, authority is a different question. They are two different aspects, right? सो कई बार आपको कहीं ऐसा लगे कि इंफॉर्मेशन बहुत कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड है, बहुत डेंस है, तो आपको क्या राइटली करना है? व्हाट शुड बी द राइट अप्रोच, व्हाट शुड बी द स्ट्रैटेजिक अप्रोच? That you pay attention to the overall flow of the discussion rather than getting too overwhelmed to understand in each and every idea the author is conveying. Just try to grasp the broader picture and you should be absolutely in a comfortable position to move to the questions. स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चंस के लिए हमने अगर प्रीवियस वीडियोस देखी हैं जहाँ पे स्ट्रैटेजीज की बात करी है तो हम रिविजिट कर सकते हैं. हमारी अंडरस्टैंडिंग इतनी बिल्ड हो जानी चाहिए कि जो भी जनरल क्वेश्चंस हैं उनके लिए हमें रिविजिट ना करना पड़े. ठीक है, चलिए पढ़िए इसको. चलिए अब हम देखें, व्हेन वी मूव टू द लेबोरेटरी, लेबोरेटरी का मतलब आप एक एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन की स्टेट पे जाते हैं, तो वहां पर क्या होता है, द प्रॉब्लम नैरोज, तो आप और ज्यादा नैरो डाउन कर लेते हैं ऑन द सिचुएशन. इफ एन एक्सपेरिमेंट टेल्स अ सब्जेक्ट टू एक्ट विद इंक्रीजिंग सीवियरिटी अगेंस्ट अनदर पर्सन, अंडर व्हाट कंडीशंस विल द सब्जेक्ट कंप्लाई एंड अंडर व्हाट कंडीशंस विल ही डिसओबे. तो अगर आपने एक सीवियर सिचुएशन में एक पर्सन को ऑर्डर दे दिया, तो आपको देखना पड़ेगा कि कौन सी कंडीशंस में जिस पर्सन ने ऑर्डर लिया है वो उसको फॉलो करता है, या फिर कौन सी ऐसी कंडीशन है जहां पे डिसओबीडियंस जो होती है. अब वो कह रहे हैं कि जो लेबोरेटरी प्रॉब्लम है विविड है, इंटेंस और रियल है, क्योंकि तो इंडिविजुअल टू इंडिविजुअल कॉन्शियस और मॉरलिटी पे डिपेंड कर रहा है ना, या अथॉरिटी पे भी डिपेंड कर सकता है. इट्स नॉट समथिंग अपार्ट फ्रॉम लाइफ बट कैरीज टू एन एक्सट्रीम एंड वेरी लॉजिकल कंक्लूजन सर्टेन ट्रेंड्स इनहेरिट इन द ऑर्डिनरी फंक्शनिंग ऑफ द सोशल वर्ल्ड. The question arises as to whether there is any connection between what we have studied in the lab and the form of obedience we have so often deplored throughout history. So, the author is trying to understand that what is the association in what we are doing in an experimental phase and what we are seeking from history. The difference in the two situations, of course, are enormous. So, yes, there is a difference. You cannot say that there is no difference. In fact, the author is saying the difference is huge. Then there is a transition. Pay attention to this. Get the difference in scale, number, and political context may be relatively unimportant as long as certain essential features are retained. So, if you're retaining the essential features, then the other aspects might be immaterial, right? Now, let's read further. Read this nicely. Try to grasp the overall intent, wholesome idea of discussion. That should be good to take you to the next paragraph. A sense समझ में आ गया, it is fine. एक लाइन नहीं समझ में आ रही, कोई पर्टिकुलर डिस्कशन में आपको 100% अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं बिल्ड हो रही, उसके लिए बॉदर अगर करने लग गए कि ये सोचे कि पहला टेक्स्ट जो लाइफ में आप एनकाउंटर कर रहे हैं उसको आत्मसात कर लेंगे, अब्जॉर्ब कर लेंगे 100%, अनरियल है, प्रैक्टिकली फीजिबल नहीं है. ठीक है, चलिए. To the degree that an absence of compulsion is present, obedience is colored by cooperative mood. अगर compulsion नहीं है और आपको किसी ने एक जिम्मेदारी दे दी करने की, तो आप cooperative mood में कर देते हो, जैसे मम्मी ने कह दिया दूध ले आओ, so similar sort of a thing. To the degree that the threat of force of punishment against the person is intimated, obedience is compelled by fear. But कई बार ऐसा हो सकता है that you do a job because of threat or because of compulsion or because of fear. The major problem for the individual is to recapture control of his own regnant process. So, what is the major problem that has been cited? Once he has committed them to the purpose of others. तो अब आपने अपना कह दिया कि मैं आपकी बात मानूंगा, फिर आपके अंदर जो उथल पुथल है, that's basically a problem. The difficulty this entails represents the poignant and in some degree tragic elements in the situation, for nothing is bleaker than the sight of person striving, yet not fully able to control his own behavior. So what is a bleaker situation? कि तुम काम तो कर रहे हो because you have to follow the instruction, but deep within there is a turmoil going on. So that's the chaos, no? An individual who's not willing to do a particular job but has been asked to do, and then there is that particular dilemma, that is chaos. That's a bleaker situation as per the author. Let's read further. So now if you take a look at this, the essence of obedience is the fact that the person comes to the view himself as the instrument for carrying out another's wishes. तो बेसिकली आइडिया ये है, असेंस ऑफ ओबीडियंस ये कि भाई मैंने कर दिया, मुझे बोला गया, एंड आई एम विलिंगली डूइंग इट एंड आई एम कंसिडरिंग दैट आई एम अ मीन्स. सो ए पर्सन गिव्स बी एन इंस्ट्रक्शन, तो बी को क्या समझना है कि मैं तो एक माध्यम हूं बी का टू एग्जीक्यूट ए टास्क, right? And he therefore no longer regards himself as culpable for his actions. So if somebody has told me to murder, then I am not accountable who has told me to murder he is, because I am doing what? I am just following the instruction, right? Once this critical shift of viewpoint has occurred, all of the essential features of obedience, the adjustment of thought, अब ये what are the essential features, यही तो obedience के features हैं कि आपको thought process को align करना है, द फ्रीडम टू इंगेज इन क्रूअल बिहेवियर, कि कोई आप ऐसा आपके हिसाब से क्रूअलिटी है आप उसमें इंगेज कर रहे हो, टाइप ऑफ जस्टिफिकेशन एक्सपीरियंस बाय द पर्सन, देन ऑल दीज थिंग्स विल फॉलो. इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट सी इट्स नॉट माई पर्सनल चॉइस, आई एम जस्ट फॉलोइंग द इंस्ट्रक्शंस, आई एम एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट, देन द अदर थिंग्स, द एसेंस ऑफ ओबीडियंस आर द फीचर्स ऑफ ओबीडियंस, दोस creep in. The question of generality therefore is not resolved by enumerating all of the manifest differences between psychological, laboratory and other situations, but by carefully constructing. So how it is done? by carefully constructing a situation that captures the essence of obedience. So what is that? A situation in which person gives himself over to authority and no longer views himself as the cause of his own actions, right? So the overall idea is that if the obedience part is considered, तो person actually mindset ये होना चाहिए कि भाई मैं तो दूसरे का instrument हूँ, it's not my responsibility or whatever I am doing, it is the person who has given me the instruction, I'm simply obeying. तो आपको a sense of obedience आ जाएगा. फिर बीच में पहले पैराग्राफ में ऑथर ने कहा कि एक ब्लीक सिचुएशन हो सकती है जहां जो इंडिविजुअल जो एक्शन परफॉर्म कर रहा है आउट ऑफ ओबीडियंस या थ्रेट या फियर या कंपल्शन, तो उसकी मजबूरी और उसकी इनर वॉइस कुछ और कहती हो. तो आई थिंक द होलसम आइडिया इज क्लियर, एंड वंस यू हैव अंडरस्टूड एटलीस्ट 60 to 70% आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग बिल्ड हो जाती है, यू आर अ वेरी गुड पोजिशन टू गो टू द क्वेश्चन. देखिए ये क्वेश्चन ट्राई करके देखिए, रीड द क्वेश्चन नाइसली. So according to the passage, which of the following statement is not false? तो नेगेटिव नेगेटिव क्या हो गया, पॉजिटिव सिंपल मैच है, नॉट फॉल्स मतलब ट्रू, राइट? तो इस तरीके से भी ट्रैप कर लेते हैं. क्वेश्चन ध्यान से पढ़ेंगे, राइट? क्वेश्चन पढ़ने में लापरवाही ना करें. क्वेश्चन इज रियली रियली इंपॉर्टेंट. So for a psychologist, studying moral choices in real situations is quite a simple task, no? Act of immorality under authority is easily undertaken by perpetrator, even if such acts would be shunned by individual subjectively. बिल्कुल आप रख सकते हो. Obedience cannot be compelled. नहीं, पैराग्राफ बोल रहे हैं कि fear से compel करवा सकते हो. Person who have given themselves over to authority still retain an individual viewpoint. No, they do not. Later paragraph कह रहा है कि अगर तुमने surrender कर दिया फिर तुम्हारा कोई inner turmoil scene में आता ही नहीं है, जो last paragraph कह रहा है. Now obedience cannot be compelled without internal motive. ये ऐसा internal motive वाला idea deliberately discussed नहीं है. So B is a good choice to go for. Right? चलिए, let's take a look at the next question. So what is this question? With respect to the passage, every study of authority and disobedience is difficult. So why it is difficult? That you have to find out, right? It's hard to command individuals as a psychologist. No, irrelevant. It is irrational to come up with an impartial judgment. How is it irrational? It requires the subject of study to bring in their parents. Irrelevant. कोई लेना देना ही नहीं है, out of scope. In the laboratory, the stakes are not as high and the subject is under a lot of duress. Yes, ये तो बोला ना उसने कि laboratory की situation different है individual से. जब individual एक circumstance को face कर रहा है, क्या उसका moral dilemma है, क्या उसकी situation है, that cannot be curated in the lab. So we will keep D. It is rational to come up with an impartial. So rationality, irrationality का question है ही नहीं discussion में, right? So we will pick D as the right answer. ठीक है. Now there's one question which you will take as a homework, right? And it's the easiest one of the entire set. I'll just step aside so that you can read this nicely and solve it. Now it's really important that you stay consistent. See, RCs require a lot of temperament building, skill building, and it cannot be developed until and unless you are very consistent with the effort. So be consistent, read for 30, 35, 40, 45 minutes, as much time as you can derive, and try to solve at least 2 RCs every day, and you'll see that, you know, after solving what are the, you know, challenges that you have encountered, do a strong analysis and you'll see the improvements happening, right? So give yourself 30 to 45 days unquestioned, just give your 100%, and after 45 days I'm sure you'll see a solid improvement. Keep working hard, stay consistent. All the best. Vijay Bhav.